G'day, it's AJ. I wanted to come to you today to ask, do you have mental toughness? Are you resilient as a leader in times of challenge and trouble? You know, out here in the country, we're currently experiencing a series of floods and some major flood activity. I'm living on an island at the moment because we've been flooded in and all of our access roads cut off. And what I notice with a lot of the farmers and property owners out here is just how resilient they are, how they all switch into action to move their livestock, protect their property, get their sandbags out and get everything shored up. And they also have great connections with each other. So they check in and make sure, does anyone need help or support? They come around with supplies in paddle boats and check in on their neighbours, because a lot of people out here are off grid, and so many have no water or power despite the rain. And what it really proves to me is just how resilient we can be as humans and as leaders, and how important that mental toughness can be in troubling times. So how resilient and tough are you and your team? And what are some of the storms you've got to weather? And how are you handling those? So you want to make sure your people not only have emotional intelligence and are able to understand and regulate their own emotions, but how do they communicate and relate with each other during these challenging times? And how do they bounce back and bounce forward after such challenging times? Now, maybe for you, it's because of a merger and acquisition. Maybe it's because you're having a restructure and there's been team changes. There could be a whole raft of reasons that you and your people are going through some challenging times. And what counts is how you move through that you're not burning bridges, that you actually have open, transparent communication, that people feel safe in the organization to say if they're not going well. So the old "are you okay" days and all those sorts of things really do have a purpose here when we're going through a crisis situation. So what are some of the tough situations you're dealing with? And how are you supporting your people to build their mental resilience and toughness, their emotional resilience? How are you supporting them? Whether that's through mindfulness practice, meditation practice, whether it's through equipping them with skills and things to identify how they're going, whether it is checking in with them and having meetings regularly, not just for our planned work and how we're going with our work, but actually how are we going as humans? It could also be things that impact their families and their loved ones and those they live with. And particularly in this world now where so many of us are working from home, that can have a really big impact on someone's work life as well. So what are you doing to build that mental toughness and resilience? How can you support your people going through that? What are your daily habits and practices to make sure that you can stay solid, grounded, and even, no matter what the winds of change are bringing your way? Love to chat to you more. If you've got any questions, drop me a line. Stay safe, all the people in the floods, and stay tough.